Hello students. So today we are going to start with our 11th class and I'm going to start with first poem, that is a photograph by Shirley Tolson. Here in this poem, Shirley Tolson, the poet, she becomes nostalgic and she goes back into memory lane when her mother was alive, because right now her mother is no more, but she relives those moments which she had spent with her. And why she goes back into memory lane suddenly? Because she looks at one photograph which is her mother's photograph, and that's why she starts thinking about those days only. So let's start with this poem, a photograph. The cardboard shows me how it was. Your first question, important question, is why cardboard is used here. Means what is denoted by the word cardboard? Here cardboard means a photograph which is having a frame. You know, sometimes certain photographs, these are so precious that we want to, have these photographs with us forever. And that's why sometimes we get these photographs framed. So here it means this photograph was also very precious to poet's mother, and after her death, now this is precious to this poet also. So that's why this photograph is framed. So here cardboard denotes the frame of the photograph. So important question. So this cardboard shows me how it was when the two girl cousins went paddling. Actually, this photograph was taken at a picnic when poet's mother had gone with her cousins for a sea picnic, or we can say beach picnic. Okay, so at that time, at the seashore, this photograph was clicked. Each one holding one of my mother's hands. So, poet's mother had gone for a picnic and she had gone with her two cousins, and how this picture was clicked, that mother is standing in the middle, she's standing in the center, and two cousins were standing at the either side of her mother, holding mother's hands. So this is how the pic was clicked at that time. Each one holding one of my mother's hands, and she the big girl. So big girl here means, you may get this question, that explain big girl. So big girl means poet's mother is taller than her cousins. So that's why she's big girl. She's looking big because she's taller than her cousins, and especially when she's looking in the center. So this height is very much obvious. And at that time, what was the age? Some 12 years or so. So at that time, the age of poet's mother was maybe 12 plus, means 12 or 12, 13. Okay, maybe 12 years old, 13 years old, or maybe even less than 12. Okay, so that's why it is given 12 or so. So not exactly 12. So she is at that time maybe 12 plus when she had gone with her cousins for the picnic. And in the photograph, these two cousins are standing on the either side of poet's mother. All three stood still to smile through their hair. You may get this question. Explain the phrase smile through their hair. Actually, when they were giving a pose for the photograph, the uncle might have said, actually all the photographers do this, he might have instructed them to stand still, not to move their limbs too much, especially at the time when uncle was about to click the photograph. So they were standing still at the seashore, and maybe suddenly there was a heavy wind, and because of this heavy wind, sudden heavy wind, their hair got scattered and it came on the face. But because they were instructed not to move their limbs, not to move their hands, so that is why when the picture was clicked, though they were maybe smiling, maybe this is again the instruction by the photograph, smile please, but maybe here smile please was there, She might be smiling, they might be smiling, the cousins also. But when the hair were scattered on the face, the hair because of the sudden blow came on the face, maybe they smiled even more, but because they were instructed not to move their limbs, so they could not do anything, because at that moment only the photograph was clicked, and that's why they are smiling through their hair. Means they are smiling because they are posing for the photograph, but hair got scattered because of the sudden wind, okay, and that is why they are smiling even more. So smile through their hair at uncle with the camera. At uncle means because uncle was holding the camera, he was clicking the photograph. Okay, so this one more information we get to know, that these three cousins, they did not go all alone. They had one elder also with them. Okay, that is poet's mother's uncle. A sweet face, my mother's. That was before I was born. Now this poet is looking at the photograph and she's thinking about that story, because this story is told to her by her mother only. So she's thinking about that, and suddenly she looks at the photograph of her mother once again. She looks at the face of her mother and she starts feeling that yes, my mother, when she was 12 or so, she was really a very, very pretty girl. She was a very lovely face at that time. A sweet face, my mother's. That was before I was born. Naturally, at that time, poet's mother was unmarried, just a girl of 12 or so, and that's why poet was not born at that time. And she's thinking, yes, when my mother was a girl, when my mother was young, she was so pretty. She was a beautiful, sweet face. And the sea, which appears to have changed less. So she looks at the face of her mother and she finds that she's a very sweet face. She was a very lovely girl. And then suddenly she looks at the whole photograph now, not only the face. Actually, the whole photograph means here the photograph is not up to the bust. Okay, here uncle had captured the full-fledged bodies of these, because he wanted to capture the background also, full sea also. So it was a we can say full picture. And here even their feet, which were at that time submerged in water, were also there, is visible in the photograph. That is also captured. So not only this bust part is captured. So now in the photograph, she suddenly looks at the bottom part of the photograph, where their mother and her mother and her mother's cousins, these all feet are submerged in water. And why submerged in water? Because when you are standing at a seashore, these things happen, that sometime the waves suddenly become so big that they come and touch even you. You are standing maybe far away from the water, even then sometimes the waves are very big and they come and touch your feet, and sometimes you enjoy it. So maybe here when they were standing, maybe they were standing away from the water, okay, for the photograph, but maybe at the time of clicking the photograph, a big wave came and their feet got submerged in water, and at that point only the photograph was clicked. That is why now the feet are submerged in water. And when the poet looks at this, suddenly a philosophical thought comes to her mind. And what is this philosophical thought? She suddenly started thinking that this sea appears to have changed less. Here sea means the whole nature. Now she starts thinking that nature hardly changes. There's hardly any change which is visible in nature. Okay, naturally sea will remain sea. Even after 50 years, even after 100 years, sea is going to remain sea only. More or less, maybe even the whole nature will remain the same. But where the change comes? Change, definite change comes in the human beings. Okay, now change, this sea which has changed less, washed their terribly transient feet. Now you may get this also. What is transient feet? Okay, why this transient word is used? Actually, this feet means human beings' feet. Okay, and she's trying to now here conclude one thing, that human being is mortal. Man is mortal. Okay, people die, but nature does not die. There comes change in people, Okay, human beings means they are children, then they are adults, they are teenagers, they get old. So all these changes come in the human beings, but not in nature. Okay, so that's why transient feet, here feet doesn't mean that she is hinting at the feet only. Feet represent here human beings. So change comes in human beings because she is here thinking about her mother. She is no more. So mother has died. Okay, but nature is still there. So this is what suddenly she starts thinking, that human beings, why human beings are not like nature? Why this kind of change comes in human beings? Why man is mortal? Why man dies? Why my mother is no more? Maybe all these painful thoughts come to her mind when she is looking at this photograph. I think this much you have understood. So I think for this, we can say video, this much is enough. I think it will take time for you to grasp. So give a thorough reading once again, and certainly you will understand it and you will enjoy it. Thank you.